Hey guys, welcome back to another Dokkan battle video, and today I am going over the new data download. So we do have new EZAs. Vegeta, Giant Ape, 7th Anniversary Part 2 EZA is coming in tonight as of recording. It'll be on the 21st on 12 a.m. So literally at midnight. Yeah. So at midnight tonight, as of recording, it's February 20th. So, this guy's looking good. So let's go ahead and go over on his details. Inhuman Deeds or Giant Ape Power, Key +4, 170%. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. So now you can pretty much run. If you don't have Super Saiyan 4 Goku, you can run him as your off lead or your leader. So what he does is activates an entrance animation when there's an enemy includes Goku in the name at the start of character's entry turn. Key +3 and attack 100%. Key +3 attack and defense plus 200% and damage reduction 20%. Sees an additional key +1 per key sphere obtained, and he guards all attacks. When attacking with 12 key or more, he gets attack and defense plus 160%. And when attacking with 18 key or more, he gets defense 160%. After guard is activated, key +3 and attack and defense plus 60% for 3 turns. As first attacker in turn, defense 60%, damage reduction rate 40%. And as second attacker, he launches an additional super that has a great chance to become a super and gets an attack 60%. And when attacking with 24 key, he is effective against all types. Alright, let's go ahead and see what he does in his 12 key and his 18 key. He greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, or greatly raises attack and raises defense for 1 turn. So that's 70% attack and then 30% defense. And for his 18 key, he greatly raises defense for 1 turn and causes mega colossal damage to all enemies. These are his links. So he does have Saiyan Roar, meaning Super Saiyan 4 Goku also has Saiyan Roar. So I think they're only going to have Saiyan Roar and Legendary Power. Maybe Saiyan Warrior Race? Maybe? Let's go ahead and check out the link. Is Super Saiyan 4 Goku? No, he's not. Okay. So, he's not in Saiyan Warrior Race. So, they're having Saiyan War, which is a big... That's big. That's a good link to have. So, definitely a good EZA, and be on the lookout for that showcase for when he comes out. Next up is Kaioken Goku. After reading him, he kind of looks iffy, but I gotta see what he does in game. Make sure before you make any assumptions about this guy, because this is the 4th EZA where everybody thinks they fumbled, but they're actually kind of good. You know. So let's go ahead and see. Activates the entrance animation when there is an enemy whose names include Vegeta at the start of character's entry turn. Key +3 and attack 100%. Base effects, attack and defense 200%. Great chance of performing a critical hit. Randomly changes key sphere to a certain type. STR excluded to STR key spheres. Receives an additional key +2 per STR key sphere obtained. For 7 turns from the character entry turn, he gets key +10 and a defense 100%. And when attacking with 12 key or more, he gets attack and defense 159%. When attacking with 18 key or more, he gets another attack 159%. And for every STR key sphere obtained, damage reduction rate +4% for each key sphere. And activates an active skill, or when attacking with a 24 key, performs a crit. So he's definitely going to be doing damage. My issue is that damage reduction is kind of low. the damage reduction rate per STR key sphere obtained is kind of low. It should have been 7. You know, it should have been 7%. Like for every key sphere obtained. So he does seem lacking compared to Vegeta. Because Vegeta does so much. He is a slot 1 now. Because he has, what, 60% damage reduction. I feel like he should have just had damage reduction base. Maybe just 20%. And then have the other, you know. Or not even, maybe just give him 10%. And then, even if you get 3, that's 20% damage reduction. You know? Yeah, he... On paper, he does seem lackluster, but we will see how much damage he can do. Or how much defensively he's going to do. On 12 key, he greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn. And for the 18 key, he massively raises attack and defense for 4 turns. And causes mega colossal damage while sacrificing 4 HP. So we do know, because I think that stays the same, yeah. Whenever like that we have a unit that sacrifices HP, they kind of just don't touch it. But yeah, he seems okay. Next up is Demon King Piccolo, the free-to-play LR. I can finally awaken him. Which is kind of weird because usually how they do this, part 1 you get the SSR, part 2 is when you awaken them to their UR stage, and then part 3 is when you awaken them to LR and then EZA. So far they've done it differently, where part 1 and part 2 you just get the SSR, and then part 3 now you get to awaken them to the LR state. So maybe in the EX part, if we get one, which I'm pretty sure we are, he might get an EZA, but after looking at Demon King Piccolo, his stuff, he looks really good. So he is a demonic power free to play. So category key +3 in attack and defense plus 80%. Extreme class allies attack and 50%. Just really good, plus an additional 10% on attack and defense for characters who belong to the demonic power category. All right, okay. Receives an additional key +1 per key sphere obtained when attacking. Attack and defense 100% per demonic power category ally or extreme class ally on the team, depending on which has more members. Attack and defense 20% when attacking up to 100%. When all allies in the same turns are demonic power, or when all allies are extreme class, he guards. And as a third attacker, he dodges. Sweet. So he does have an active. Can be activated when all allies attacking in the same turn are demonic power. Starting from the 3rd turn of battle, when all allies are extreme class, starting from the 3rd turn of battle, or starting from the 5th turn of battle. Standbys for 4 turns, during which 7 Dragon Balls appear and charge count increases by 1 per Dragon Ball obtained by allies. So he has the Family Kamehameha standby. Sweet, I like that. On his 12 key, greatly raises attack for 1 turn. In his 18 key, he greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn. So definitely wouldn't go additionals, but I've not looked at his thing. So on his standby, extreme class allies attack 40% plus additional 20% for everyone that becomes demonic power. Attacking defense 100%. 6 or more keys to be obtained. Attack and defense 100% for 3 turns. Per demonic power or extreme class ally in the team. Attack and defense 30% when attacking, up to 150%. When all allies are extreme class or demonic power, guards all attacks, changes key spheres into AGL, randomly changes key spheres to a certain type, and an AGL excluded to rainbow key spheres. And as a 2nd or 3rd attacker, he has a high chance of becoming a high chance of evading super. Yeah, so 12 key raises attack for 1 turn, or greatly raises attack for 1 turn, greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn on his 18 key. Sick. And then when you get all 7 of those Dragon Balls, you get his young Demon King Piccolo, which is attack and defense 150%, extreme class allies attack and defense 30%, plus an additional attack and defense 30% for characters who belong in a demonic power category. Receives an additional key +1 per key sphere obtained. Guards all attacks. Changes key spheres to anti-AGL. Randomly changes key spheres to a certain type. Instant AGL excluded to rainbow key spheres. High chance of evading attack. That's just normal. And when attacking, he gets attack and defense 150%. And poor demonic power category allies or extreme class allies on the team, he gets attack and defense plus 40% up to 200%. When there's a superclass enemy, he guarantees crits. And extreme class allies chance of performing a crit 66%, or with 6 keys or more obtained. Or with 6 or more keys for obtained. So he's given everybody 66% crit, that's flame. On his 12 key, raises attack for 1 turn, and then 18 key massively raises attack and defense for 1 turn. So he's a really good free-to-play card. He does a lot. He does support demonic power or extreme class allies. So he's good. I don't think they'll easy A, actually. Like, seeing how good he is. Yeah, seeing how good he is, I don't know if they're going to easy A. Because this is already good. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can't wait to try him out. And next, I didn't bring them up. Oh, here they are. We have the tag Trunks and Goten. So they're the tag unit. They are the tag unit free-to-play for this year anniversary, which is pretty obvious. Like, who else are you going to have free-to-play? But the one thing is, no matter who you pop your active with, they're both failed fusions, which is funny. So they're both failed fusions with either whoever you activate it with. So for Trunks, key +3 HP and attack and defense plus 50%. Key +2 attack and defense 150% for 1 turn from the character's entry turn. Damage reduction rate 30%. When attacking, 150% attack, and for every key sphere obtained, attack 40% and defense 20%. 1 or more physical key sphere obtained launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack. 2 or more, 150% defense when attacking. 3 or more, you get guards all attacks. And then he meets up with Goten on the 4th turn. Let's go ahead and look at Goten, which key +2 attack and defense 150%. With a key sphere obtained, he guards all attacks. When attacking, attack and defense, or no, just attack 150%. For every type key sphere obtained, physical excluded, attack 15% and defense 30%. With a type key sphere obtained, launches an additional that has a great chance of becoming a super. And with 3 or more key sphere obtained, 150% defense when attacking, and 5 or more, he gets that damage reduction rate for 30%. Oh yeah, and let's look at their 12 key. Greatly raises attack and defense for Goten, and for Trunks, he as well. So they do have different fusions. So this fusion, I think, might be The skinny, yeah, the skinny one. That's hilarious. So daily raises attack temporarily and causes ultimate damage to the enemy. Attack 30% and changes int key spheres to physical key spheres for 1 turn. And then for Goten, they switched to the fat version. So what he does is greatly raises attack temporarily, causes ultimate damage to the enemy. Defense 30%. Changes int key spheres to rainbow key spheres. So far, they I could definitely see these guys getting an easy A. They're not lacking. They're pretty good for free to play units. That's a fact. I don't think they're bad by all means, but they are a tag. They're a TUR tag unit. So, yeah. Let me know what you guys think about. Oh, also, Daimagoku. I almost forgot. Daimagoku is getting a TUR. So he's finally Dokkan Awakening. So he's all types lead. Thank you. He is an all types lead. That means I can use him in my link leveling stage because he's all types. So what he does is attack and defense 150%. All allies key +2 and attack 40%. If there's another Dragon Ball Seekers category ally attacking in the same turn, plus an additional key +1 and chance of performing a critical hit 20%. Launches an additional super attack and medium chance of performing a critical hit. Okay. For every attack performed, so he builds up, attack and defense 30% up to 150%, chance of performing a critical hit 10% up to 50%. So he greatly raises attack on his 12th key and raises defense for 1 turn. And his animations are actually pretty fire. Yeah, I do like this. Yeah, I like that. I like that ending shot right there. I definitely see an easy A coming. He's probably going to be all types, key +3, 77%. He's not bad. He's a good support. He supports. He builds up as well. So, all in the family. Yeah, that's all this links. Not bad. I do see an easy A coming for him. But now, that should be all. Let me know what you guys think about the part 3. More stones coming, more tickets are coming. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure to like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.